I wanted to try a new Bible study. Well, actually, not new. I've done it before. Many people have done it, but it's new as I'm starting it over again. But I wanted to start sequentially or chronologically reading the New Testament between now and Pentecost, just to try to get the sequence of events and really get a feel for Jesus's time on earth. So we'll start with going to my blog, and I created a new page, and I'm logging everything there. So this one here, Life of Jesus, Order of Events. So I'm going to go through today these 3 sections, and I'll be adding to this as I study more. But opening statements are just introductory stuff that doesn't really have a sequence, so I just figured I'd throw them in the beginning. For the dedication to Theophilus in Luke chapters 1 through 4. Many have undertaken to compile a narrative about the events that have been fulfilled among us, just as the original witnesses and servants of the word handed them down to us. It also seemed good to me, since I have carefully investigated everything from the very first, to write to you in orderly sequence, most honorable Theophilus, so that you may know the certainty of the things which you have been instructed. One of the things that really got me was this orderly sequence, because this is important to me. So it seems like, because he was a doctor and he looked into everything from the very first, and he traveled with Paul, so I thought that it was important to let him be the one who sets the sequence, mostly. I did buy the Chronological Gospels, here, and it's in Hebrew, or it converts from the Root Awakening website. However, I follow that and my own studies. I'm using that for some guidance because it put together the whole calendar based on the sun and moon and stars, along with things inside the Bible, keywords and things like that. So I'm using that as also a helpful guide. Hopefully this will bless you as much as it blesses me. John also has an introductory statement. In the beginning was the Word, the Logos, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. All things were created through him, and apart from him not one thing was created that had been created. Life was in him, and that life was the light of men. That light shines in the darkness, yet darkness did not overcome it. There was a man named John who was sent from God. He came as a witness to testify about the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but he came to testify about the light. The true light, who gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was created through him, yet the world did not recognize him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. But to all who did receive him, he gave them the right to be children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, or of the will of man, but of God. The word became flesh and took up residence. This word is tabernacled among us. We observed his glory, the glory as the one and only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. John testified concerning him and exclaimed, "This was the one whom I said, The one coming after me has surpassed me because he existed before me. Indeed, we have all received grace after grace from his fullness, for the law was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, the one and only Son, the one who is at the Father's side. He has revealed him. So if we study him, we'll know God. And I also included in here links, not just to open and close these, but links for Bible Gateway, parallel versions, the Blue Letter Bible, and the Greek here, and Bible Hub. There are some places the Greek and the Hebrew are available when it's Septuagint and the Greek, and in those are all Old Testament. I include those. Although they are finding that they believe that the Gospels were written in Hebrew and then translated to Greek. This is I don't want to say this is a new thing, because even the first century fathers said that they were in Hebrew. But apparently that got lost, and a lot of people think that the Greek New Testament is the originals, and I fully, not that I know that much, but I fully believe it was written in Hebrew. There's too many words, too many things that you read it, you can tell it seems to be a translation issue. For the genealogies, Matthew has one and Jesus has one. And in Matthew's, he starts with Abraham, and he goes through. Matthew, as you know, was very numerical. He very organized. You could almost say he's a data analyst, like I am, or an engineer. But he separates things in a very, very organized way. But he starts out with Abraham, and then he goes through the line of Solomon, born by Bathsheba, and then ends up through Mary and Joseph here. But Luke goes a different way. He goes through Mary's line. He starts with Joseph and goes backwards, and he goes all the way to Adam. But when it comes to David, he doesn't go through. He goes through another son of Bathsheba. He does not go through Solomon, Boaz, Jesse. Trying to find David so I could show you. Why am I missing it? Okay, so there's David, son of Nathan. Jesse, okay. So he goes to Nathan instead of Solomon. So apparently Mary's through Nathan's line, and Joseph is through Solomon's line. That's quite kind of interesting. All right, so let me just read this. The historical record of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham fathered Isaac. Isaac fathered Jacob. Jacob fathered Judah and his brothers. Judah fathered Perez and Zerah by Tamar. Perez fathered Hezron. Hezron fathered Aram. Aram fathered Amminadab. Amminadab fathered Nahshon. Nahshon fathered Salmon. Salmon fathered Boaz by Rahab. Boaz fathered Obed by Ruth. Obed fathered Jesse. Jesse fathered King David. Then King David fathered Solomon by Uriah's wife, Bathsheba. Solomon fathered Rehoboam. Rehoboam fathered Abijah. Abijah fathered Asa. Asa fathered Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat fathered Joram. Joram fathered Uzziah. Uzziah fathered Jotham. Jotham fathered Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Hezekiah. Hezekiah fathered Manasseh. Manasseh fathered Ammon. Ammon fathered Josiah. And Josiah fathered Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of the exile to Babylon. Every one of these can be followed through to the Old Testament. Although sometimes it seems like they're jumping generations. especially Matthew. I think there's a couple of things, gaps in the middle. Then after the exile to Babylon, Jeconiah fathered Shealtiel. Shealtiel fathered Zerubbabel. Okay, I won't say them all right, but Zerubbabel fathered Abuid. Abuid fathered Eliakim. Eliakim fathered Azor. Azor fathered Zadok. Zadok fathered Akim. Akim fathered Eliud. Eliud fathered Eleazar. Eleazar fathered Matan. Matan fathered Jacob, and Jacob fathered Joseph, the husband of Mary, who gave birth to Jesus, who is called Messiah. So all the generations from Abraham to David were 14 generations, and from David until the exile to Babylon, 14 generations, and from the exile to Babylon until the Messiah, 14 generations. I noted that Jesus was about 30 years old when he entered his ministry. It does say that later, but I went ahead and noted it here. Now, this is the genealogy through Luke, where he starts with Jesus and goes backwards to Adam. As he began his ministry, Jesus was about 30 years old and was thought to be, so again here, 30, and he said thought to be the son of Joseph, because we know he was the son of God, son of Heli, son of Mathat, son of Levi, son of Melchi, son of Janai, son of Joseph, son of Matthias, son of Amos, son of Nahum, son of Esli, son of Nagai, son of Math, son of Matthias, son of Simeon, son of Jesek, son of Joda, son of Jonan, son of Risa, son of Zerubbabel. There's Zerubbabel again. I wonder if it's the same one. Son of Shealtiel, son of Neri, son of Melchi, son of Adai, son of Kosham, son of Almadam, son of son of Joshua, son of Eleazar, son of Joram, son of Mathat, son of Levi, son of Simeon, son of Judah, son of Joseph, son of Jonam, Eliakim, Meliah, Menah, Nathan, son of David, son of Jesse, Obed, Boaz, Salmon, or Salmon, I think some people say Salmon, Nashon, Aminadab, Ram, Hezron, Perez, Judah, Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, Terah, Nahor, Serug, Ru, Peleg, Eber, Shelah, Canaan, Arphaxad, Shem, Noah, Lamech, Methuselah, Enoch, Jared, Mahalalel, Canaan, Enos, son of Seth, Adam, and God. And also the link that I include in here is, I didn't even put it in here. So I actually break this down even more. Let's see, genealogies. Hold on, let me go back to the table of here in this sequence of events page. This was a prior study I did on the genealogies. If I click here, I went through these and then I put them next to each other. And I highlighted where they were the same and where they had gaps and where they picked up. So I was trying to analyze the differences. Because there's Zerubbabel, right? Which was weird. So, because see what I meant about gaps? So I'm trying to align them together. Any comments would be extremely helpful on what your analysis was of these. But I'm also looking at other people's videos because some people say one thing, some people say another. But I think it's important what the Holy Spirit says. Tomorrow I will continue with the next section in the sequence, which is the foretelling, where Jesus was foretold and John the Baptist was foretold. And we'll continue with that. Thanks for joining.